Hello, the internet. Welcome to another episode of the John Grave Show, bringing everybody the crazy shit that has been going on the internet for the past few days, or pretty much just yesterday. And let us start off with some crazy shit that has happened. So yeah, let's get this thing going. I will catch you guys in a second. So yeah, jumping past that little weird ass accent that I just had to do. Let's talk about the video that pretty much a lot of people are really trying to make some, or pretty much making some waves about a small viral video that came on the internet as of late. One of a father who pretty much forced his child to, his kid named Jason. I would assume that he's still in either elementary school or he's just going into middle school. It's hard to say, but from how tall he is and sort of like the age range he's in, I'd say he's somewhere around late elementary school. They don't necessarily specify. I'm just going off of looks, but either way, the father, he pretty much put his son, he put his kid on camera, forcing him to smash his Xbox, both of his Xboxes, and I believe his controllers with a sledgehammer because he was getting bad grades in school. And a lot of people, as many people have already seen the videos of Deshaun our show, and they've also seen the videos of Review Tech USA, and I had to watch both of those videos. And looking at them, or at least by the time of this video, I haven't seen them, but you know, I'll watch them and I'll comment later. But either way, though, watching them though, or at least like, from what I can assume from what I've seen in the video, it was the fact of that a lot of people, they came out and they said that it's pretty much is really extreme. It's a problem. They have all these things which is going on of like people making jokes, of course, saying that you know that this is how Xbox is, he'll get another one, you know, stuff like that. And some people saying that it was a waste of money to buy these things for your kid. You know, he gets bad grades and then breaks them. Now, there are two parallels to this thing, though, however, because I have seen people who actually did see this, and then they did say that because he did actually break his son's, or it's like he forced his son to do it, he will thank him in the future, because now, man, he's going to get better grades and whatever. And honestly, as a punishment and as actually happening, I mean, looking at like the parallels of if he didn't do anything, well, now you really can't look at it and say that like before this video that like he didn't do anything. Honestly, that's not how this goes, because if the father, if he's not like necessarily engaged in the son's life, it's a good chance that like he won't take that extreme. I mean, my father, he did that. He took I honestly forget the thing. I think it was probably because the school, they had a problem with me or something like that, and he said that he wanted to take my games away, but all that did was make me just watch TV and just not necessarily want to talk to anybody, really. Or at least that's how I was when that happened to me when I was in elementary school. And back in those days, of course, Super Nintendo and Sega, you know, taking those away at a kid around that time who lives in the suburbs, who doesn't necessarily hang around anybody, well, not fuck, nobody's outside in the suburbs. So really at a time like that, taking the game away from me, all I have at that point is TV and VCR. That's pretty much all I had, and fucking Laserdisc. That's it. Watching Robin Hood, watching the animated Robin Hood series in 100 Dalmatians. That's pretty much all I had. But then I got my systems back, and school was a fucking breeze. And it's not necessarily because they took the games away, or because I knew that I knew that they meant business. See, this is the reason why, like in the last video when I said that if you have problems with your kids, just fucking beat them. Because obviously when they watch the video, you can obviously see that man, the parent, he obviously has enough influence to where his son actually fears him enough to where he actually, even though he did say no, like at very specific times, the only thing his father pretty much had to do was just threaten to beat him, and then he would have just been like, okay, you know, some shit like that, or just give the console to like a cousin or like a family member, or hide it somewhere in the house to where like he can't get it. Put it in the trunk. Smashing it whether it's for his benefit or not, still honestly looking at it, it's the fact of, well, now for pretty much like most cases, breaking that, what do you fucking expect? Do you think that like just breaking it is going to like just instantly make him do better in school? I mean, whether, man, the father was in his life, or if the father was trying with him like every step of the way, and then they magically just took it away. I mean, at the end of the day, you really gotta ask the question: do you think that like an overnight change is just gonna happen like that just because you took his stuff away? It really isn't. I mean, honestly, it's a very crazy video. And also, jumping back into like those comment sections from the original video, some people, they also said that this is like, well, now I was thinking about it as well, but before I found the comment, it was like, what if they had like, I don't know, like an action figure, or like posters, or like some form of music or something like that, and then the parents, they took it away from them because they're like, well, now you're not getting good grades. I mean, there are news stories now, man, where, man, kids are trying to kill their parents for fucking taking away iPads. And that's not even for like school or shit that they did bad. It was just because that they felt that, you know, that they just took it unfairly. And even in a video like this, like, whether, now I'm not saying that, man, like the kid, man, is going to do that, or Jason, that he's not going to do that. But looking at it in the video's context, it's like, it's like you can't just take things away and then sort of just expect a change to happen, because change usually happens gradually. And pretty much like this is one of those times, man, when like just beating my kids, or yelling at them in like a very threatening tone, or punishing them when like something happens to where like it actually becomes their problem, because this does seem to be a very involved parent. I am not going to call him a terrible parent for that. However, I will say that like the measures in which that he took were actually the most destructive and not necessarily the most positive, because really, again, you can't pretty much just say like, I'm just going in to take it away and now he's gonna start, man, getting better grades. Like, that's not how that works. He's just gonna find another medium, whether it's some other form of thing in which that you just don't, in which that he will invest all of his time into, and then people will pretty much try and take that away too. I mean, again, if this was a video in which that, or at least let me go back to the comments. If this was a video about him, let's say like now, man, like sometime down the road, like when the next report card comes up, it's going to be a thing of now your kid is doing better because they fear you now. It's not because they respect you anymore. It's because they fear you. But that is what I got to say about that. I don't want this to drag on too long. Please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.